Well, hello, it's Doc Mack and I'm back. Now, today I want to work on decreasing cortisol, your stress hormone. So many of my clients seem to be really stressed out for different reasons. It's all over the place. And it has a lot to do with what's going on in the world. That kind of weighs heavy on us, so we can't handle stress as well as we should when it comes to other things, like our spouses, or our children, or our grandchildren, or our boss, or it's the guy that's in front of you that's 20 feet behind someone else, and you just need them to move up. The stress is really getting on us now. The one thing that I need you to understand is that when you're stressed, a hormone called cortisol increases. And when cortisol increases, you're going to be in a fat storing state. And cortisol is a fat storing hormone, but it also increases insulin. Because when cortisol goes up, it means you're in fight or flight. And that means the body's going to need fuel. And so insulin needs to open up the doors to allow the fuel to either, to be used. And so insulin goes up, and so you have two of the strongest fat storing hormones elevated, and guess what? You're going to store fat then. And so when you're stressed out, it's going to be very difficult to lose weight. And you can visually diagnose someone that's had a lot of stress because they'll actually have their thorax, their body will be a square shape. And so that's kind of how cortisol stores its fat. But anyway, what I wanted to do today is give you a tool that will help you de-stress. You see, most of the time stress is coming from us thinking about the past. There's a lot of stuff in our past, but you got to realize that that's fictional. All right. I have a great group of friends, and we've known each other since we were very little. And, we're talking about for over 50 years, and we still hang out all the time together. And there's about 20 of us. I literally used to carry some of these friends of mine's, their books to school. And, we go back that far. And it's just, it's amazing when we sit around and start telling stories. And I'm, one of the biggest storytellers there is. And I'll tell a story about when we were young, and there'll be 2 or 3 people that'll go, no, Dave, that's not how it happened. Okay. And then they'd give their story. And then the next person will go, no, that's not how it happened either, Kelsey. This is the way it happened. And so what ends up happening is that the past is fictional. It's all our opinions of what happened. We've all had those sessions where we had someone run into our classroom, and then we had to describe what they looked like and et cetera. And everybody has a different description of this person. Well, that's how our past is. It's fictional. It's our opinion. So, don't go there, okay? Because it's just, it's going to bring about regret and other things, and it's just your opinion anyway of what actually happened in the past. The other problem is the future, and right now I see a lot of that because of COVID, because of the riots, because of the world being a shook up, muddled up, mixed up world right now. We fear the future much more than we usually do. Well, that hasn't happened. It's non-existent. We don't know what's going to. I don't know what's going to happen in 5 minutes. And so right now is the only thing that's happening. So today I want to give you a summary of what mindfulness is. Mindfulness is not something I want you to do before you eat, but it's also something you have to do throughout the day if it's been stressful. Let's say I had my grandchildren over and they're running everywhere. That's just chaos. And, it's just, there's no structure, and you kind of get out of your routines, and that creates a stress also. And so what is mindfulness? Mindfulness is getting into the now. And how do you get into the now? You take your 5 senses there. And so the first thing I want you to do is what we call 2 times breath. And what I mean by that, let's say that I inhale for 2 seconds. Well, then I want to exhale 2 times that, 4 seconds. So before you do mindfulness, do some 2 times breathing. Breathe in and then out. And you notice how I bring it in the nostrils for 2 seconds, then out the mouth for 4 seconds. Do that a few times. Then you can increase it. I actually like 3-6. And if you have great lungs, do 4 or 8. So do the breathing, and then you're going to go into the now. And how you're going to do this is you're going to sit in a chair. Don't do it, lying down. You're going to sit in a chair. You're going to have your feet flat on the floor, and you're going to have your head not supported, okay, just straight up like this. And you're going to go into the now. You're going to close your eyes, and when you close your eyes, you listen. You listen for the most prominent sound. Maybe a train in the distance. And then you listen for the most subtle sound. My dog's at my feet. I can hear her breathing. Okay. Then you go on to feeling. And I can feel my forearms on the desk. I can feel my fingertips touching each other. I can feel my butt in the chair. So I feel that. And then I go on to, what am I tasting? I'm fasting today, but I do taste my mouthwash. Okay. And then what you do is you look at, what do you see? My eyes are closed, so I see the back of my eyelids. It's black, but sometimes I can see a little bit of light coming through. I do see a white line. And then you smell. I smell the laundry detergent on my shirt. Clean shirt. Okay. So what I would do is I would do that again. I would sit there and listen. Most prominent, most subtle. I would feel. Most prominent, most subtle. I would taste. Most prominent, most subtle. Okay. I would see. Most prominent, most subtle. And then I would smell. Most prominent, most subtle. And then I bring them all together. And then I just breathe normally. In the now, you are. And in the now, that's where joy, that's where happiness, that's where love, that's where God is in the now. None of that's in the past. None of that's in the future. By going into the now, your stress will be relieved. And your cortisol levels will drop. And your insulin levels will drop. And you'll be able to handle the chaos. You'll be able to handle the past, the regrets. You'll be able to handle the future. Because then you're not thinking about it. Just remember that if you're stressing, it's because you're thinking stressful thoughts. When you're in the now, you're only thinking thoughts that are in the now. And right this minute, nothing from my past is on this desk. Nothing in my future is on this desk. Nothing from the past or the future is in this room. It's just me talking to a camera, and it's kind of cool just being in the now. So whenever you're stressed out, go into mindfulness, go into the now. You can do it several times throughout the day, all right? Anytime you've got 2 minutes, it takes me 2 minutes to do mindfulness. Okay? I can actually do it faster than that. But 2 minutes of mindfulness. Whenever I have 2 minutes, just to breathe and to go in the now, makes my day so much better. You can do it. You got 2 minutes. God bless you. Bye-bye.